Is it on?
It is on. It's recording right now.
All right.
Hi, I'm Hunter.
And I'm Amy, and this is the W7W Podcast. It's a podcast about our local yarn shop here in Fort Worth, Texas, called W7W.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry it's been a couple of weeks since we've done this. Life caught up, as it often does.
Yeah, I don't remember what we were...
We had a sick child.
We did. Yeah. What's going on this week?
Let's see, and Bud.
And Bud's coming this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yay. Her Happy Heels class is completely sold out for Sunday morning, but or early afternoon, but there's still space in the
Knitwear design
class later that afternoon, and there's space in the
Take Two skirt.
The skirt. It's actually skirt for all seasons. It's an all-day class. She works with you with your body type, measures you, and to come up with a knitted skirt that's going to fit you best. I'm going to make one.
I'm not.
And I'm going to use stash yarn too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very good.
I have a lot of fingering weight stash yarn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a new cabinet for it and everything.
I did 2 new cabinets for it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. We don't have next month's classes posted yet, because I've been knitting a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of doing my job.
Division of roles.
So, but we are going to have, of course, beginning knitting and beginning crochet. And we're also going to work on some technique classes instead of overall project classes. We're going to do another brioche class. Jen's going to do a brioche class. We're going to do a short rows class. We'll do a cables class. And a increasing and decreasing class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Those are some things that come up a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be good to brush up on that.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to brush up on your brioche?
Yeah, I probably could stand to, so I
Really?
can better help people. I'm not saying I'm taking the class, because, I can just be like, I bug you. Amy?
So that's what's happening. That's what's going on. We don't have any trunk shows right now, but we are planning quite a few for August for the yarn crawl.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Gonna be some fun stuff.
Yeah, we should have some stuff before then as well. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're also ordering a lot of new stuff.
All the stuff. I've ordered so much yarn in the last couple of weeks.
Our hedgehog order is at the Heathrow airport.
Mm-hmm.
Or it was.
It was a few days ago. It's probably in customs now.
It's probably in the U.S. Customs, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we should see that soon. New colors.
Yep.
Speaking of new colors.
Yeah, we have new Madeline Tosh colors.
Some new Madeline Tosh colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I have some to show you. Let's see. And I picked the vintage in DK so you can see the colors better. This is Pixel. It's a multicolor speckle fun thing. This is Mad Love. This is fingering weight though. So we get it in and it goes out fast. And then the Madeline Tosh flies off the shelf. Moving on. This is gorgeous. This one is called Daenerys from Game of Thrones. It's a blue, deep red, but it's my favorite shade of blue and my favorite shade of red and my favorite shade of purple all in one skein. And I'm going to hold it in front of the white t-shirt. Well, it's still hard to say. Mm-hmm. And you can't have Daenerys without having my other favorite character on Game of Thrones, which is Arya. It's a gray with some neon yellows and purples.
Almost towards greenish, almost.
Almost.
And I really like that one, by the way.
You like Arya?
Mm-hmm.
I like Arya, too. We also, I saw this one on the website, and it was so pretty. It's called Hydroponic. So I ordered it, and I called them and I said, people are going to want to do fades with this. So what is your closest blue to the blue and hydroponic? And they said button jar. So they dyed up some button jar for us. So you can fade the button jar into the hydroponic or vice versa.
Maybe throw a little conference call in there.
Put some conference call in there. Finish it up with a Silver Fox. And boom, I just made you a fade, Hunter.
Awesome.
It's that easy.
It's just that easy.
And it's just that easy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People ask us to help with fades all the time. We're happy to do it. If you have something in your stash already, bring it in. Put it on the counter, lay them all up together, find things that'll mix and match with what you've already got.
Yeah, these fades make for great stash busters, so that's always something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Rad.
So that's a thing we do. We can help you with fades. We can also help you.
What?
Hunter can help you with brioche.
So I've got the brioche down. It's just the increases and decreases that I have not done yet.
We can help you with blocking. We can help you with finishing. Just give us a call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. What else?
What else?
Do you have any finished?
Well, before we do that, we've got something else new that's in.
Oh, yeah.
We have finally gotten, they've been on back order forever, but we have finally gotten in the Addy Flexi Flips that everybody have been inquiring about. There we go. Open this up. So this is kind of a riff on double point needles, where they're like DPNs, but they're bendy in the middle. So you can basically use two of them together, and then you've got the third that you can use to knit onto. One end is a little pointier than the other. And yeah, lots of people have been asking, so we finally got them in. We've got them in size 0 and size 1 currently. We've got 1.5s on back order. There should be some 2s inbound as well as additional 1s, hopefully before too long.
I tried them out this morning, and I'm doing a little roll top shorty sock, and I'm finding it kind of very similar to the 2 16-inch, but instead of hanging down like your 16-inch would hang down on the other side, it kind of puckers out. So when I'm knitting, I find myself squeezing this one kind of. They just take a little while to get used to.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a learning curve.
Yeah. So, yeah. You tried them out, didn't you?
I did try them out. I mean, full disclosure, I am all in on circulars. My preference is the 9-inch circular, so that's just my preference. But those, if I were to do DPNs, I would probably go that route.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yes.
Okay, now do you have any finished?
Well, halfway finished. I finished one of 2 socks. This is the Biscotti Badger. It's a Hufflepuff sock. So I just did a vanilla sock, let the striping do the work.
It looks great.
Thank you. I was Kitchenering the toe up at work yesterday, and I got a little distracted. I don't know what happened, but I dropped a couple of stitches. And then I finished it, and there was this little gap there. And it would have been fine because nothing was dropping, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. So last night, I took out the Kitchener, and I just set it aside. I was like, okay, I'm going to do it again this morning, and I did. I found the drop stitches, picked them back up, re-Kitchenered, and now it's good.
Very good. So that's your finished...
That's my finished one of 2.
Your sock is finished.
Yeah, and then I'm working on... I just cast on the second one, so there we go. And that's pretty much where I'm at. How about you? You've got lots of stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I'll start with the little stuff. Eleanor wanted one of the fairy scarves, so she picked one out, and she actually knit part of this herself. So we did it together. She's a good little knitter. So there was a drop stitch here and there, but that's okay. We just put a flower on it, stitched them together.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
She did a great job, and she wanted to do it too. She was like, "Mom, can we work on my scarf?" So it was a fun thing to do together. And she enjoyed it, and now she enjoys the finished product.
She has a fairy scarf.
Yeah. And then so that was for Eleanor, and for Evelyn, I made a pair of socks.
Wait, are you telling me that Evelyn did not want a fairy scarf? No?
I think she's I guess she's kind of over that.
She's getting over a lot of things lately.
These were originally supposed to be for me. I've decided to go from a size 1 to a size 0 because my knitting is getting looser and looser because I don't know why. Maybe I'm going faster.
Yeah, I think it's a goes fast thing.
A goes fast thing.
Yep.
So I started these little socks for me, but I realized when I was finished the size 0s were just a little bit small, and the way I wanted them to finish was with the purple at the end, so I just finished it, tried it on. It was a little small, and the whole time I was making these, Evelyn was like, "Geez, Mom, those sure are cute socks." "Oh, are you working on those cute socks again? Those sure are cool. I really do like those."
Mm-hmm.
So I had her try on the first one, and I said, "I think these should be your socks," and she got really excited. So she's happy. So they are they're white birch fiber arts yarn, and she'll be at Fiberfest. She'll have a booth. I think this one's called the Dark Side. It's a deep navy blue with a rainbow. But I finished that. And then the third thing I finished was the Papillon butterfly shawl. And I posted it on Instagram and Facebook and the Knit and Chat site, and I've been answering a lot of questions. And Trish is also making this, and I think Mary Lee and a couple of other ladies are making it. So if you've decided to make it and you have a question, email me, call. The pattern is great. There are a couple of things that I did. Well, first of all, the make ones are a little bit vague. It just says make one, however you want to make one. So I chose to do make one rights on the right side of the shawl and make one lefts on the left side of the shawl. If you read through the Ravelry projects, some people did like a yarn over for a make one on the edges, and then a make one right, make one left in the middle. Some people did a knit front and back for the make ones. It's really, as long as you pick one and stay consistent with it, it's going to turn out fine. The yarn is Earth Yarns Unique, U-N-K-E-E.
U-N-E-E-K.
U-N-E-E-K. This particular color we are sold out of. We sold out fast.
However, I did place a reorder for Unique, and we've got like 4 bags of that color inbound.
Yeah, and the other colors are gorgeous as well. You can even, the way the pattern's written, you can use separate balls of yarn for each section. So if you have a couple of those like Wonderland mini packs, or a mini pack that you picked up from somewhere else, those would work great too. If you just have a whole bunch of partial balls of fingering weight yarn, like leftover from a Find Your Fade or something like that, that would work too, as long as you have one solid contrasting color to go in between each of the sections.
And if you wanted to know what that specific one is, that's also Earth. It's Harvest Fingering. The color is called Thuja. We are also currently out of that. However, I've got 2 bags of that inbound.
So it's on order.
Order.
it was fun. The top part was fast. You can do it in a day or two. The middle part, maybe 2 or 3 days. The bottom part took a little while longer because at the end you have it's like over 400 stitches a section. So it goes, as it gets bigger and bigger, it gets slower and slower, but it's a pretty wide, like that.
That thing's glorious.
It turned out fantastic, and I'm really, it won't be here at the shop for a little while. Until we get the yarn back in, because I think that's kind of unfair for you to see something like that and then, we don't have the yarn. So it's going to go home with me. And
I mean, we do have the yarn. It's just
we
in different
that
colors.
Particular.
Yeah, just not
so
that color.
it can come and hang out at the shop when we get the yarn back in. Otherwise, it's going to be with me at the Hill Country Weavers Retreat in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
not
coming.
with me.
It's coming with me.
It's going with you.
It's coming with me.
I'll be here. Yep.
So, what you working on?
I'm working on part 2 of the socks.
All right.
Yeah, I just cast on, like I said, so I'm not very far into it. What are you working on?
I'm working on, next weekend I'm going to be working on this skirt. And I'm also working on a dress. This giant tart color ruffly thing is going to be the skirt of a dress. It's called the house dressing dress. The original dress is in yellow, and it has some intarsia on the bottom. It has these cute little houses on the bottom in white. And I thought about what to do. I wasn't sure. I like the houses, but I really wanted to dress in this color because this is my favorite. It's my favorite color.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have tart in every weight that Madeline Tosh makes at home.
Yep.
And technically, this is stash yarn because I had one skein of it at home.
Technically, you had the one.
I didn't have the other 11 skeins that I might need, but I had the one.
I don't think you're going to 11.
I don't think I'll need 11. I think I might need like 8 or 9.
She's serious about her tart, guys.
Like tart.
A while back, I was knitting a pair of socks in Savvy Skein. The color was Doctor Strange, and I think I probably started the leg a little higher than I should have, and I've got, I guess, a little bit bigger feet, but I ran out right as I got to the toe. So because it was Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange has a red cloak, I was like, well, it'd be great if I could just do red toes on this. So I'm looking around the shop. I'm not finding a great solution. Finally, in Amy's stash at home, she had that skein of tart in sock yarn. And I was like, Amy, can I have some of this? And it took days of negotiation.
No, it did.
Yes, it did. And we carefully negotiated that I could have 10 grams of this skein, 10 or 12, and that I had to return what I did not use.
Yeah, you did.
It was a negotiation, folks, and happily it worked out.
Yeah, he had to carefully unskein only 10 grams of it and then re-hank it back up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She's serious about her tart, y'all.
So I knew I wanted to dress in tart because it's my favorite color. So, but I didn't know what I wanted to do on the bottom of the dress for a design because the houses are cute, but I don't know. And I thought maybe just a little Greek key, just a geometrical shape. But as I got to thinking about it, anything, it would need to stand out. So I would probably want to do it in white. It doesn't matter what brand of yarn you use. If you put red next to white, what's going to happen?
It's going to bleed.
It's going to bleed. That white's going to turn pink. It doesn't matter what brand it is, how many times it's been set, what it's been set with. It's just not a good idea.
You could potentially do something with black and have it be like more low key.
Well, I could do that, but you know what else I was thinking was this. It's on. It called to knit on a size 4, but I'm a loose knitter, and yes, I did a gauge swatch. Kind of. I didn't do a full gauge swatch, and it was a measurement in the round. So I did a gauge swatch in the round where you knit flat, but then you carry a long strand of it in the back so that it's in the round. You're just knit. Not you're not turning it, because your gauge is different if you turn it in purl rather than carrying the yarn around and actually knitting in the round. So I did a gauge swatch and I was off, of course. So I went down a needle size. I'm on a 3, but my fabric is still a little see-through. I don't know if I would want to wear this without something underneath. So I'm going to sew a lining underneath. And on the bottom of that lining, I'm going to crochet a white edging. And then and this is like a scrap thing that I did a while ago. But so you'll see, you'll be able to see a white edging underneath, and I can wash them separately, and I don't need to worry about the red bleeding onto the white.
There you go.
There we go. Problem solved. So I'll have another design element underneath the skirt on the lining.
Is that top down, or is that bottom up, the skirt?
These 540 stitches.
Okay.
Are
Okay.
not
That's
going
a
around
lot.
my waist.
That is a lot. Okay. Never mind.
It's bottom up.
Bottom
and
up.
it's 2 pieces. The dress is 2 pieces. So it's bottom up skirt. And you do a little something different with the waist of the skirt. You go down and, well, I won't tell you the pattern. But then you do the top and you seam them together, I think. I should read through the whole pattern. I can't remember. But anyway, that's what you do. So...
Did you test the gauge on what you've done so
No,
far?
I haven't looked at the gauge on this. But, so it's 540 stitches, and that's the smaller size skirt.
That's a lot of stitches.
You could do a fuller skirt with 720 stitches, but I was like,
That's a lot of stitches.
I'm going to do the 540. And so what I did was I put removable stitch markers on my cast-on, not on the needles, but on the cast-on, every 20 stitches. And then instead of immediately joining in the round, because I would have twisted it, I purled a row all the way back around, and then I knit a row all the way back around. So I had 3 rows flat before I joined. And I probably should have done another 2 rows, a front and a back, but I didn't want to purl anymore.
540 pearls.
540 pearls. I didn't want to purl anymore. So I went ahead and connected, but those stitch markers that I had put, removable stitch markers that I had put on the cast-on row, helped me make sure that they were all facing outwards and I wasn't going to twist. And I think I'm safe. I've not twisted, although I did have to do another purl row, because you make a hem for it and then you turn it up. But so there's the hem and the purl goes like that, and then later you'll seam it. And I made a t-shirt once where you seam the hem as you go by knitting into the front stitch and the cast on at the same time, and I tried that out, but it wasn't working. It was going to take forever. So I thought I'll just go back and seam it afterwards, like the pattern. But so that's that. We'll see how that goes.
Interesting.
You know what I calculated? It took me 17 minutes to do a full 540 stitches.
17 minutes. How many stitches per minute is that?
Not sure, but I don't start decreasing until like 77 rows, which I think I figured out to be like over 20 hours. So this is probably going to take me a long time. Are you calculating? 30 hours for 70
No.
seconds?
That was stitches per minute.
30 stitches a minute?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. But, so that's that. I'm working on that. And
Here I am puttering away on my sock.
but Savvy Skeins sent us some special yarn.
Mm-hmm.
Cusco. It's a Savvy Skeins self-striping that we're going to take to Fiberfest with us. And so she sent us a skein to knit up for a sample. So I'm going to knit some sample socks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to knit socks too. And are you doing Sock Madness?
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not taking it very seriously. So, because I like myself.
So, have y'all heard of Sock Madness before?
I had heard it mentioned, but
I have never done it, but I know some people that have done it.
Yeah, apparently they it's
hardcore.
It's no joke.
It's hardcore.
I'm not being hardcore at all.
It's a ravelry competition. It's an international ravelry competition where you sign up, you're placed on a team. Well, you can either be an independent or on a team. Anyway, you get a pattern for a pair of socks, and you must knit these pair of socks in, I think it's either a week or 2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks.
2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to knit a pair of socks, and you have to knit it exactly the way that they specify.
Same cast on, same bind off,
all the same stitches,
everything.
same everything. You have to knit 2 of them. I don't know if you can do 2 at a time if it's not specified. I don't know. I haven't read the rules because I've never participated, and I don't plan on participating.
I have read the rules. I maybe do not recollect those specifics.
But so if you do that and you pass the challenge of doing that, then you move on to the next step, and the socks get harder, the patterns get harder, and the time gets shorter, and you're competing against other groups who do it fastest.
The takeaway is that if you get at least one sock done...
One pair?
No.
Oh, it's one sock?
If you get one sock done in the first initial 2-week window, then basically you're no longer competing, you're basically an observer or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But you get the patterns.
You get the rest of the patterns.
You get the rest of the patterns. So that's like the low bar to clear, is to get at least one sock done in a 2-week period.
You know what? I've decided to do my own version of Sock Madness.
Oh, yeah?
Since I have to knit, well, I don't have to, but I'm going to knit these socks for Fiberfest for display anyway. I'm going to knit these on my signature needles on my size 1 5-inch 40-inch cord. I'm going to knit these 2 at a time, magic loop. I've started another pair of socks in the White Birch Fiber Arts for me with the new Addy Flexes. So keep count of that. That's 2 pairs. Or 2 types, two styles. And I thought, well, if I'm going to do that, 2 different types, maybe I should go ahead and try these needles. I'm going to cast a pair on with these bamboo U-shaped needles that were pretty popular a little while ago.
It's not too late to sign up for Sock Madness.
So how many is that?
That's 3.
3. All right. I'm going to, and I'm going to film myself demonstrating all of these. I'm going to knit on an 8-inch circular. How many is that?
You mean a 9-inch circular?
9-inch circular. A 9-inch
so that's
circular.
4, I guess.
That's 4. I'm going to knit on my signature double points. So how many is that?
5.
5. And I'm going to knit on 2 size 1 16-inch circular needles.
6.
6. So I'm going to cast on 6 pairs of socks.
You need to sign up for Sock Madness. Sandra, start chipping away at her.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do Sock Madness because I
they-
don't want to do the kind of socks. And I'm not going to give myself a timeline. I'm just going to do all different methods.
They will egg you on.
And
They will
I'm
taunt
going to
you.
use the opal.
I have my ringer off.
I don't know who that is, so I'm gonna use the opal. I think this is the unicorn color that I stashed a while back. Yeah. So I'm gonna use that. It's gonna go in my unicorn bag, and I'm gonna use some biscotti. I'm gonna use the rest of my white birch. I'm gonna use my savvy skeins. And I'm going to try to use some of my mustache from last year so that I can buy more mustache this year.
That makes sense. Buy me more mustache. I'll buy me more mustache.
Buy your own.
I'm going to buy my own.
Buy
I'm
your
get
own.
some of that. I'm getting with that. I wouldn't be even... So back to Sock Madness. I wouldn't even be doing Sock Madness, but basically Sandra and Mickey
Did you
turns.
get bullied into doing
I didn't get bullied, but they taunted me.
They taunted
me. And, yeah, they knew the buttons to press.
Oh, you know what else?
They challenged my ego, I think.
We've put in orders for a couple of new dyers of sock yarns. So I might...
Is this something we can talk about?
No, I wouldn't. Not until we have it. You never know. I mean, until you have it in your hand.
Well, one of them you talked
You
about
never
getting
know.
a lot closer to Yarn Crawl, which is pretty far away, so I'm thinking maybe sooner than that.
What do you mean sooner than that?
Sooner than August?
Do you want me to contact them again and ask for it sooner than August?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because we'll have something else, hopefully.
Hopefully. That's not an assurance.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay, we'll work on that tomorrow.
All right. That's it for us.
All right.
All right. Have a good week. We'll see you later.
All right. Take care, guys.
Bye.